love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? A guy with a plan. I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I. Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it?
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, this is the National Football League.
We are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner. This place, as usual, rocking and rolling. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Washington football team and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Sims to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And his first look is incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Shaquille Griffin. Haskins pass.
Goal from the 3.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's
on third down, Gibson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down.
Here we go on fourth down. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Heck of a fourth and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 40. He's at the 30.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room because I just delivered.
And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for running.
The ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Going for Metcalf on the deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 56 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Here's Sims to return. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my juke, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done kill Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down a double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibi splash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and go inside. Can't wait till you saw a lot tired of trying. Go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer with media. Keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why you we try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time. Infrastructure right? I don't got time. I could talk to. We're talking about your part to protecting the sons and daughters from political slaughter. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my juke, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse when you got different views.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of
nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. A Here's a handoff out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He was brought down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Haskins on the keeper.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Haskins pass intended for Steve.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
Washington 3.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense. Hey, man, let's play our game.
So tough to cover, sometimes a flag is going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a play fake. Brady. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brady to throw again. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And it. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But they're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Shaq Barrett.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Haskins to throw it.
Sometimes your philosophy.
It's a foot race. The 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas. 59 yards. And Washington has retaken the lead.
For the extra point.
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. We get a glance at the Washington defense as they... The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And here's the 7th leading rusher in the NFL last year. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And some room to work. 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 44 yards. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
9-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 20. On first down, it's Haskins. This is brought in by Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Haskins going to throw again. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Past the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Brings up second.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 2-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Terry McLaurin.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw again, Haskins. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Get ready! Get ready!
So we've reached halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
14, Washington 10. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by... Much, in fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Gibson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. Carryover from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Jadon Mickens on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So out come the Bucs now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. One-play drive where you throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
From midfield, here's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Thomas Davis.
Ain't doing nothing.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. A rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick sixes in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
43-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A handoff to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
The previous play is under review.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now Haskins on first down. Flush to his right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 48. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady sliding out of the pocket. Airing this one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find Themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
At the 27-yard line.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Washington.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 29, Haskins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Haskins pass. Intended for Dontrell.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's 3-0 Washington.
24. Buccaneers.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 26.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted by Washington.
Like this, but he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Gibson, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Haskins. He's able to find Edmond. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 19 yards away. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own 19-yard.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 10. A little under 1:50 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time. And it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Haskins going to try to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack.
3rd and long.
And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that with